Our next speaker is Geoffrey Barraclough, who's Director of Strategy, Marketing and Propositions at BT Expedite. That's BT's specialist division, helping retailers like WH Smith, New Look and Thomas Pink join up their web and their store sales channels. Geoff will be giving some examples of how retailers are using technology to bridge the bricks and mortar and e-commerce worlds. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Geoffrey Barraclough.
Thanks, and it's great to be here in this splendid location. I've always wandered past down the Mall and wondered what it would like to be in here. And it's a lot warmer than I was expecting, but it's going to be fun. BT Expedite's BT's specialist retail division. It's about 300 of us. We are a software business that provides services. We provide a range of software from point-of-sale systems to e-commerce platforms, merchandising, CRM, and so on. But it's not our software that makes us special in our view, it's the quality of our people. We hire bright, hard-working people who have charm and integrity, and that's the secret to success. It's not about deregulation, it's about the people in your business. We're successful, and we're helping the wider BT group, BT Global Services, to light up the high street with high-speed data networks, hosted applications, and so on. Before I start, I've got a quick question. Is anybody in the audience from Germany? I know there's at least one German in the audience. Ralph, I know you. Okay, one German in the audience. What happened on November 22nd, 2011 in Hanover? That's right, the Primark store opened in Hanover. We provide all the technology for Primark as a managed service in store, and our guys go out from Birmingham in a van to install it in Hamburg and Spain and places. And I asked one of the guys who was there, how do you deal with it when they open a Primark store and people running like that? He said, I just stand still and hope they think I'm a mannequin. Point is, right product, right place, right time, right promotion, people will beat a path to your door. Retail is not dead. Retail is changing fast for the reasons we've talked about this morning, this afternoon. Half of UK consumers now have a smartphone, although half of them don't quite know how it works. More tablets sold last year than laptops. And increasingly, one we haven't mentioned is televisions. The average size of a UK television has grown by 1 inch per year over the last 10 years. And increasingly, that TV is now connected to the internet, and people want to go shopping on the screen. So T-commerce, I suspect, is the next big thing. Now, that's all based on a massive investment in infrastructure to deliver the connectivity you need to your homes and to your offices and to your shops. So BT bringing superfast broadband to more than 10 million homes by the end of this year, but the bit that's missing is the mobile network. So 4G in the UK is slow arriving because the mobile phone companies, of which BT is not one, we're not a mobile phone operator, continue to sue Ofcom about the spectrum. So Ofcom have got an auction end of this year for the 4G spectrum. If all goes according to plan, the first 4G services will arrive end of 2013. But I'm not optimistic. So it may well be 2014-15 before in the UK we get 4th generation. Hence the critical importance of Wi-Fi. You're all using it today, provided by BT in this room. But that's also why retailers are increasingly investing in putting Wi-Fi in their stores, partly as a traffic builder, but also as a way of communicating with their customers. So strong investment in fixed broadband plus Wi-Fi gives you most of what we need. but it would be great to have 4G as well and get 2 megabytes everywhere you currently can get a voice call today. What's the relevance for retail? Well, if we look at some figures, sorry, my slides seem to come out in the wrong order. I think you might have hidden a couple there that shouldn't be hidden. So the relevance is that retail sales are going down, e-commerce sales are going up, but footfall is still strong, vacancies are high. So you've got more people. If we can go back a couple here. There, thank you. And there's a slide hidden between the two you just showed me as well, thanks. So there's more people going into fewer shops and spending less money. And the reason for that is what the Americans are calling showrooming, which should be the next slide here. There we go. Thank you very much. Americans are very exercised by showrooming at the moment. This concept we've talked about already, about people going into a store, researching, and then buying online from somewhere else. And it's characterized in the States very much as a battle between the pure play online, eBay, Amazon, and the established bricks and mortar players like Target and JCPenney and so on. In fact, Target went so far as to delist the Amazon Kindle because they were fed up with Amazon suggesting to its customers, download this Amazon application, scan a barcode in Target, and buy it online for less. But I think the key battle here is not between online and pure play, but between the websites of the bricks and mortar retailers and the pure plays. Because in this environment here, the customer's in the store, the customer's looking at the goods that he wants, he's got the experienced member of store staff explaining what he needs, and the website of the store he's in knows he's there because he's connected on Wi-Fi with his tablet device or his iPhone. So it should be able to present the price to him that he needs to conclude the deal. So bricks and mortar should win every single time if you can get people into your stores. It's different for every brand. We know that. So when our customers ask us, what should we do? How can we apply technology to make sense of all this? The only sensible thing to say is start with your customers, who are different to the customers in the shop next door, and work back. And shoppers' needs are very simple. When we ask shoppers, what do you want from technology? They want less queuing. They want to make returns more easy. That's always a pain. They want better service. Well, we know that. And the only one of these that wouldn't have been on this list maybe 10, 15 years ago is home delivery. The reason why I was late for this conference this morning, couldn't get in the first session, was because I'd been sent some things I needed for this conference by special delivery yesterday, and of course I had to go to the post office this morning to collect them, right? It's a pain. We all know that. So let me give you some examples of where our customers have deployed technology to gain some advantage in this omni-channel world. The first one is around e-commerce. And e-commerce now is not, I think, about the customer experience at the front end. It's all about fulfillment. This is Oasis. We do the e-commerce for the Aurora Group, which is Oasis, Caramel, and Coast and Warehouse. And you can see on the right-hand side there, 2, 4, 6 delivery options. We still have clients that have 1 delivery option, 5 working days. That's not really good enough anymore. But interestingly, if you look at the options there, one of them is buy online and pick up in store. Huge growth area. We've done these click and collect projects now for a number of retailers, for these 4 brands, for JJB, for Pets at Home, for New Look, for Clarks, for Halfords. And across the piece, being able to buy online and pick up in store drives e-commerce sales up between 10 and 30%. It's a very clear winner. More than that, between 30 and 80%, depending on the brand, of people who buy online and pick up in store buy something else when they go in store. The 80% is Halfords, halfords.com. 80% of people who buy a bike online, pick up in store, and they buy something else when they're there. They buy a helmet or they buy a bell or something else. Really good way of driving traffic in store, buy online, pick up in store. The other option, which is interesting, is 90-minute delivery. So if you have stores, one of your key competitive advantages in relation to the pure plays is that you have a forward distribution center. You have stock in every city in the country. There's a service called Shuttle, S-H-U-T-L, which integrates with the website and sends fulfillment orders, not to the distribution center, but to a local courier who goes to the shop, picks it for you, and sends it to your home in 90 minutes. And it costs no more to send a courier from store than trunking something via DHL or home delivery network from a distribution center. And this turns shops into a competitive advantage for retailers. What that also means is that when the website's out of stock, we're able to fulfill an order from the store stock. We've got a complicated algorithm in this retailer that determines which store we're going to fulfill from. So we're able now, if it's out of stock in the warehouse, to dispatch your e-commerce order from a store wrapped up in a nice ribbon and a bow. And before Christmas, sales at Oasis went up 20% online because they had less items out of stock because they could fulfill from the store. And that single stock pool is tremendously important. Another example from Thomas Pink, the global shirt retailer, famous for beautiful shirts around the world. Not a very big retailer, very complicated. His own stores, a lot of wholesale partners, a very good website as well. Bring all the stock together in a single place so you could access a single stock pool, as the pure plates do, enables much better fulfillment, much better availability at the various points of sale around the world, and more sales. It's quite clear. And that is a very quick win for any multi-channel retailer, is to have a single stock pool available at any customer touch point. We've mentioned iPads in fashion. Huge trend now. A till is about £1,200 and is fixed. An iPad's about £500 and you can put it around your neck and we can run a point-of-sale system fully functioned on it. So what's there not to like? If you get the chance while you're here, go to the Oasis store on Argyle Street. That's the one that runs down from Oxford Circus down to Liberty, the department store, or the new Coast store on Oxford Street, and see how the staff are liberated from behind the checkout to help serve the customers. In a fashion retailer, fantastic, you can go into the changing room and you can make the sale while the customer's trying on the garment. Huge mindset change required to make this stuff work. We talk about technology, actually, it's about people. These aren't locked down, these iPads. They were given to all the staff and they could do with them what they wanted. It has a number of applications on them. But for example, they began using the camera to photograph people in the changing rooms, try the dress on, click, turn around, look at it from behind, and so on. Let's scan through all the dresses you've tried on. Which one would you like? Let me show you it on a competitor's website. Yes, a similar dress is more expensive. Buy one from here. Visual merchandising. Well, most stores we know have a black and white printer. And people print stuff out, go to the front of the store and try to merchandise the red dress and the blue dress based on black and white. Well, use an iPad, much easier. Not only in fashion, in apparel, we've done another interesting project for a retailer called Cole Haan in America. So Cole Haan is a leather goods retailer upmarket. And we've done a clienteling application based on a project we did for Burberry a year or so ago. We productized it and we rolled it out to 300 stores in America for Cole Haan. And what this does is take the CRM data embedded in that retailer and present it to the sales assistant as he's talking to the customers. So all that previous purchase history, all that good data that a website can use to upsell and cross-sell and give you better service is now available to the sales agent when they talk to you. It digitizes the black book so common in luxury retail. In fact, it's not just for luxury retail. We've got this now running in pilot at Pets at Home, selling tropical fish. But it's a very similar sale if you've either sold tropical fish or luxury handbags of what you need to do. But the iPads keep the sales associates on the floor, and that's what's so exciting. And empowering the staff. This is not possible without a mind change in staff. This is a project we did with Body Shop. So what this does is replace email between head office and stores, and it's a great place, a great portal to give a tremendous brand experience to the staff to hang all the policies and regulations and procedures and product information on. Because the staff are fundamental to this. JCPenney this year abolished sales commission for staff because they say the staff have to do what's right for the customer, not what's right for them at a particular time. It's the point Jeff Bezos made earlier on about why we're in business, and we're in business to delight customers and make money in that order. And finally, what are the future? And what are the way that we operate and technology vendors and retailers operate together? I mean, this is my idea of the CIO tied down by the wet string of point-to-point integration and legacy applications, and should now be set free by bring your own device and cloud computing, enterprise service buses and so on. But actually, I'm not sure it is the CIO at all. I'm increasingly thinking that the CIO is the string, and it's the business that's Gulliver being tied down by all this stuff. And how effectively can we liberate the spirit of the business? How can we liberate the marketing director? Because actually when Gulliver stands up straight, he might actually be the chief marketing officer running all the systems in the business. In fact, one of our major customers has abolished the CIO post completely. What of merchandisers? If all stock's available at any customer touch point, what's the point of a merchandiser? Sat at head office trying to work out how much stock should go in each location. But merchandising is the heart of most retail businesses. It's what they are, they're merchandising organizations. And for tech vendors like ourselves, it's been an interesting few years. We found ourselves having to do a large number of small projects for existing customers, whereas previously our business was doing a small number of big projects for new customers. And we've had to invest in our people, because the only way to get existing customers to buy more is to put very good quality people in front of them, understand their business, understand the technology. It's been exciting, and it's only going to get more exciting, and it's only going to get better for both customers and for retailers. Retail's not dead, but it's changing fast. Thank you.